talking to Delia from Action on Hearing Loss. Hi Delia.
Hi there.
So we're at the British Academy of Audiology conference today. Can you tell me a little bit more about Action on Hearing Loss?
Action on Hearing Loss is the largest UK organisation that supports deaf and hard of hearing people, and we support them in any way that works for them to give them a quality of life with a hearing loss.
Okay, so how long has the charity been around for?
Oh, charity's been around a long time.
Okay.
We celebrated our centenary in 2011, and we changed our name from RNID. People might have known us as the Royal National Institute for the Deaf, but we thought our change of name would reach out to more people who had a hearing loss and weren't just profoundly deaf. We support everyone who has a hearing loss.
Okay, so what kind of support do you guys offer?
We offer information, really important for people, and we're often the go-to place for individuals but professionals as well. We provide very high quality materials. We have an information line, so people want to get in touch there, they can do that if they've got specific questions. We also have an online forum, so if it's difficult to use the phone, we can answer questions online, we can do emails, etc., whatever works for you.
Okay, and what are the big messages from Action on Hearing Loss for this year?
Big messages are that we want to support people to have as good a quality of life as possible and live really as well as possible with their hearing loss. It shouldn't overtake your life, but we support people into all of the situations that matter for them.
Okay.
So things like we in Scotland, we provide services in Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland for people to stay and get into work.
Okay.
We provide services in the community to support people practically with their hearing aids. Our volunteers get people to retube their hearing aids, etc., and just give people peer support. So it's all of that practical stuff to let you build your life around your hearing loss as opposed to the other way around.
And do people look after their ears well, or how's the uptake of hearing technologies?
I think we still know, unfortunately, that people wait 10 years to take action, be proactive and think about their hearing loss, because they don't always know that the difference it can make taking action. So we want to encourage people to do that. Go, think about it, and often it's people that matter in your life that prompt you to go forward and do that because they want to keep in touch with you. So that you can keep all the important connections in your life, it's important to take action in your hearing loss.
So hearing is about keeping us connected.
Yes.
Yeah. And tell us a little bit more about the latest research that we've found out about brain health and hearing loss.
Well, it's really interesting. As you say, we're at the British Academy of Audiology conference, and we're talking about, the theme is about people, and people are what matter, and we need to think long and hard about that. So it's about people understanding what the hearing loss means to them and how they can help as an individual to be proactive. But it's also about working with your professionals and knowing what questions to ask so that they can support you to have as good a quality of life as possible when you take that action.
Yeah. And do you think people will know when their hearing starts to change, or is it so subtle that it's best to rather get it checked?
I think it can be subtle because it's gradual, particularly for older people. It can be quite a gradual process, and you learn to live with it. Your brain function changes to accommodate as far as possible, and sometimes it can be quite a big step to take to go and have an intervention, and that might mean hearing aids. So, but often, as I said before, it's the people around you that matter to you that might say, look, you need to think about this. Picture a scenario if you're living alone, how would you use the telephone? You're not aware of your doorbell ringing. And that's really important because you're cutting yourself off, you're becoming isolated. And communication is the key to having quality of life. So we would want people to be able to do that.
And so in terms of people getting in touch, do you have a website?
We do. We have a website, which is Action on Hearing Loss. Just go into any search engine and put us in. We also have social media. We have Facebook and Twitter. I've mentioned before that if you go onto our website, you'll get a telephone number for your area. We're in Scotland just now, but we cover the whole of the UK. So just go onto our website, you'll get your local number. But also, you'll get our helpline, or you can drop us an email and we'll respond.
And how else can people get involved with the charity?
People can get involved in the charity we have membership, so you can become a member and you will get regular updates on information, new research that we fund, whatever is going on, we'll give you updates on that. And that's every quarter or so every 3 months or so. Go onto our website, we update that on a very regular basis, and also get in touch find out where we are locally and get in touch, and we can give you information hopefully as near where you live as we can.
Okay, super. And what kind of research has been funded over the past 12 months?
Primarily biomedical research in physics, so that's about how maybe hair cells rather in your ear are working or not working, around physics, so around hearing aids and other pieces of equipment to improve. Everybody knows that technology is moving forward, so we fund that. But very importantly, we also work with manufacturers of technology and other scientific bodies to influence them to fund more research in hearing loss, because there's not a significant amount of money goes into it, so we try to influence that as well. So we not only fund it, but we try to influence other sources to fund more research into the field.
Oh, excellent. So a charity which is really quite widespread in terms of education, research and inspiration, really.
Absolutely, and we can't do what we do without building partnerships, and that would be both with individuals and other organisations to influence progress in the field.
Any last words for a listener about hearing, hearing aids, hearing loss, or the charity?
If you have an issue or concern or a question about your hearing loss, get in touch with us. If we don't know, we'll know someone who can, and we'll put you in touch with them.
Oh, thank you so much for your time today.
Not at all.